Well, good morning and welcome to this shared space on YouTube. I call it a natural connection with a shaman. So today, I got a couple of things that are just off the wall. There could be a possible glitch in the matrix today. I'm not sure. I also could have just made an error in yesterday's report, but I don't believe so. I checked everything. Anyways, before we go any further, I forgot to put some things on. I like to put these on before I do my videos, just to help the energy vibe. So there could be a possible glitch in the matrix. I'm not sure why, but I kept hearing the song Linger by Cranberries playing over and over and over in my mind. And today is a 22-22 day. Represents balance and harmony. And for those of you out there who are looking for your other half or your soulmate, whatever, relationships, it means your other half is near. Okay, could be why the song Cranberries is coming on. You could be, how things work is like in a collective energy. If I'm the medium for a collective, I could get all kinds of different channeled messages and they come through. So you might be out there connected to somebody who is very favorable to the song Linger by Cranberries. This fell off of my wall today, which says, I have come here to be quiet. The busyness and noise of the day have no power over me. I take time to be still and feel the holy presence of God within my heart. Remember, not outside of you, within. That fell off of my wall. I guess it doesn't want to go back on the wall either. So you might be a person who just does not favor noise. I'm like that. I don't really favor noise too much. If I'm in a crowded area and it's just like a roar of voices, I don't want to be there. It's too annoying. My brain already is like a satellite, picks up a lot of things. So when there's heavy interference, it could be something that you're resonating with. All right, those are the off-the-wall things. Let's get into today's reading. We got a lot going on today. Our focus is on Mars because it's Tuesday, Tiew, T-I-E-W, Tiew, the Nordic god of justice, war, and masculine energy. So, today's date is 8/12/2025. That equals 20. Here's where things got a little weird for me. The Judgment card. Off the fly, I was thinking Sun card. And then it's funny, you know how the Mandela effect things are? Like, now that it's in my awareness, it's like, no, wait, 19 has always been a Sun card. 20 has always been a Judgment card. But wait, is that true? Is that not? Anyways, could be a glitch in the matrix. I don't know. Judgment card. Consider a matter carefully. Then commit without a doubt. Correct what needs correcting and never lose sight of your worth. Okay? So it sounds like you've got some things in your life that you need to pay attention to. You don't have to let it linger if that song pertains to that message. So we've got 2 + 0 = 2. 2 is the High Priestess card. Look beyond the surface and the obvious today, and in the energy, whenever you get this. What is hidden and obscure? Be aware of a larger reality than what you see. You are being silently invited into Spirit's realm, okay? So, let's put it like this. At the end of the Fool's journey, hero's journey, fool's journey, whatever, the High Priestess comes back to the Fool, who has now mastered not only his tools, but his potential, his own energy, his behavior, mentality, and purpose. And then she opens the veil to secrets, right? So something important is coming to you, and with the High Priestess energy, it's probably best you keep it to yourself, okay? So, with the number 2, we're looking at the second house in astrology. Well, we've got Mars in Virgo in the second house. Mars in Virgo, second house, Hasta Nakshatra. This represents a drive towards finances and possessions. This is a hard-working energy, practical, analytical, and detail-oriented in your approach. So that energy, right, this drive towards your finances and possessions, your hardworking nature, is opposite Moon in Pisces, Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. This is where you get some contrast. The contrast here is your emotional depth, intuition, and potential for spiritual or escapism. You are either grinding or finding ways to go within. Okay, so this must be a battle for you, right? Like, we live in a material world. Let's do some balancing right now. We live in a material world, so bills got to be paid. Food. If you live in the material world, I don't give a shit who you are. If you're the president, the pope, a vagrant, a beggar, construction worker, or a hustler. It seems every time you get into balance with your finances in life, it's just fucking a teeter-totter, right? It's always up and down. So with the daily grind of life, you might be someone who is very spiritual, intuitive. You like your alone time. You enjoy tuning into your inner worlds. You like to meditate, find places peaceful in nature, whatever, right? And you're contrasting that with your daily life. You're like, God, how am I supposed to stay in tune with my inner worlds and outer worlds when there's never any rest? Okay, this is a normal thing. This is everyone in the world, whether they're spiritual or scientific or whatever. Everybody wants more rest, more time for themselves, alone time. And no, I don't mean rest where you're having to deal with other people, other situations, entertaining, or any of those things. I mean, your inner world, right? Who doesn't want to tap in? So this is what's that opposite question here today. So this energy, you combine this with Mercury sextile in Cancer, the 12th house, Pusha Nakshatra. It says your drive for financial security is supported by creative communications. So if you combine your practical skills and hidden knowledge with this grind energy, I think this would be a better way for you to earn money. Okay? This could both help your detail-oriented grind for financial security with your nurturing of self-care, self-love, self-appreciation. So we take that. After we went sextile, now Mars opposite Saturn retro, Neptune retro in Pisces, 8th house, Uttara Bhadrapada. This shows a tension between your practical and spiritual lives. This is creating a challenge for your growth. So this is actually coming through for you to actually temper yourself. Find ways to live with your inner worlds in harmony and your grind for financial stability. We have the moon showing you that you're like in flux right now. We have Mercury saying, hey, you're pretty creative at this and that. Why don't you combine this into your practices and use that for financial endeavors? Now we have Saturn and Neptune going, hey, we're doing this on purpose. You've been stagnant. You've been sitting there bitching and complaining and moaning about this and that and the other. And here you have all this abundance that you can use, right? So it's telling you to put this into balance with your spiritual. So combine your spiritual practices into your drive for physical, tangible results, and it will pay off. Now, we have a trine. This is smooth running energy, right? Mars trine Uranus in Taurus, 10th house, Kritika Nakshatra. You have what it takes to achieve your goals. Blend your discipline and groundbreaking ideas through mindful awareness of potential pitfalls, and you will be ready for any challenge ahead of time. So here we go. Let's break this down kind of simple, because I know a lot of people aren't really digging the astrology. This is what divining is. Talking to the divine is a morning conversation with astrology. It's a way to tap in, gather your messages, add up the numbers, whatever. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but astrology, the way I do it, is a every morning conversation with God, for me. And what God's telling you is, hey, I notice you guys are working too hard, and that's getting in the way of your enjoying life. So we notice that you have all these creative gifts. Why don't you start integrating that into your life? Because I've been pushing you to get beyond this opposition, right? And now take what you've got, all this insight, and plan ahead. Okay, so maybe something will pitfall ahead, right? We'll plan for it ahead of time, and it won't hurt so much when it happens. Now, this energy, the final trine, is with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, 6th house, Uttara Ashada Nakshatra. You're integrating your need for financial stability with your capacity for deep-seated change. And this is enabling you to overcome your challenges by applying strategic action. So, did you get this? The divine today, the stars and planets in the sky, are telling you we notice the struggle between work and enjoyment of life. But what you're not noticing is you're very creative. You have so much potential. You can do a lot of things if you just integrate some of your spiritual life or artistic life or imaginative life or scientific life into your communication a little more. Then you would overcome this opposition you're holding within. And if you plan ahead, then nothing can really go wrong because you're ready for it. And this is how the divine wants you to change your life. Apply this to your daily life and watch it grow. So with that, let's pull some tarot cards. Now, if you didn't get that about the astrology, then I don't know how else to explain it. But I do understand that sometimes we have to simplify things. It's like an engineer talking to, I don't know, a baker, right? If they don't learn some kind of fluid communication, well then they're just bouncing words off of walls like rubber balls. Okay. Down the halls. Did you hear that call? Don't fall. I know that was being stupid. All right, so let's see what we got in tarot for you. The Moon card. Some hidden mysteries coming. There could be some things hidden in your surroundings. I did a reading last night and I didn't really want to put it up. Watch out. There could be people in your area, energy, surroundings who aren't who they say. And there's a facade of some sorts that's coming to light. Like, in other words, you will find this out. You won't have to like search like a detective. This is gonna naturally pop on its own. Be prepared. Oh, we've got the Knight of Cups here. So you could be a little moody. It's the first card out, so I'm just gonna go off with some generals. You could be a little bit moody, or you could be a romantic, right? Definitely live by your heart. Your actions are heart-based, okay? And you may be on a quest at this time. Be aware of your feelings when you're pursuing whatever this is. Okay, here we go. The Knight of Cups to the Four of Wands. This could signify a romantic union coming into play. Definitely a beginning of some sort of stable, grounded energy coming towards you. Passion and romance create steam. Steam is foggy windows on the car, right? Okay, let's keep going. Wake up. Somebody is woken up. Somebody has woken up. How does this interplay? Somebody has woken up from a past, is what I'm seeing here. Spirit may have woken them up, and they're on their way to you. They're just in the process of reevaluating some things. They have to look over their finances. They have to see what's growing. They are trying to cut the weeds out of their garden so that their fruits can be full potential, okay? Whoa. Ace of Wands, but they're very, very heavy and heated on this beginning with you. They see something ready to grow. And it's both in, we've got not enough cards to count, but there's two cards that are two fire cards, which represents career. So they see a growth coming with you. Yeah, I see a career too. So there's some kind of interplay here with romance and career being awoken on you too. It's going to take a little effort, but I think you enjoy the challenge of working on skills. You're definitely going to have to plan ahead, like the cards said, or the astrology said. Plan ahead, keep things on stable grounds, level-headed. Keep your emotions to yourselves. When this is, okay, so whatever this is, remember how we were talking about keeping things to yourself? This person's coming towards you, or this energy is coming towards you. No, there's a lot of people on this deck. Yep, there's a lot of people. So keep your guys' interaction to yourself. Keep your guys' emotions to each other. Don't let others in at this moment, and let's find out why. Okay, here we go. Two of Wands, High Priestess, Two of Cups. You are getting ready to go out on an adventure together. You guys have some opportunity to take a trip. Again, this trip is going to unlock some kind of hidden knowledge, or you'll be one at a time. You may be relocating to further your education, being shown something that just couldn't be available to you from outside this establishment, okay? And it's reciprocal energy, okay? So you might have someone that is very, very high-minded and completely aware of the other worlds. Now remember, we've got Judgment and High Priestess both in the readings today, and that's what today's numerology called. So you see, they will come and show themselves. So take care of something right now that needs close attention. Keep this to yourself and be ready, because whoever's coming towards you has mutual information to share with you. God, it feels like the atmospheric pressure in here just dropped. Like as if a spirit just walked in the house. You ever heard that? Okay, you're being drawn to not walk away and not miss this opportunity. Bottom of the deck, don't get too in your head about this, okay? Let's pull some clarifying cards really quick. Definitely time for celebrating. Okay, what I mean by when the atmospheric pressure in the room drops is like have you ever went in the pool underwater and you know how that sounds like, right? And if there's nobody around, that's all you hear is that, right, of the water, maybe some water lapping. So that's what it feels like right now. So I have somebody's spirit guide right here in the room with me. Judgment again, cleansed of the past. You and someone else are being cleansed of the past, reevaluating your life situation, putting in some effort and saving up some money for a new trip. This trip is for educational purposes, but at the same time, it's like a honeymoon. Okay, so an educational trip that's also combined like a honeymoon. Thank you for that clarity. The details are already signed, is what she says. The details are already signed. You'll enjoy this. And final shuffle. Hangman, enlightened position. This is once the hangman has let go of like the need to be right. The need to be right, the concept or idea of opposition, and takes a chill, steps back to get a more spiritual point of view. Once he's in that between two worlds state, meditation state, he sees, and he sees things beyond the physical and mundane. So enlightenment is coming to you. You might be dealing with Swords, reverse swords. You were at your end of your rope in a situation. Ten of Swords reversed. And it might have been trying to leak its way back into your life, right? But you closed off Two of Swords. You're like, no, I'm not fucking with this. And what happened was you just went into like the purification phase of your life. And this person is either with you or seen it, or is, this spirit I know is sitting right here, definitely has seen you go through this. So you might have caught the attention of someone in the spirit world. This could also be, let's take it away from mundane. Okay. Some of you are going to get the message that, yes, someone in your energy you will be in a good relationship with, and all this will start. Some of you, Spirit has noticed a lot of good things from what you went through. You handled the challenges with ease. You overcame them with spiritual eyes, not with physical. And there's information coming in quick through new communications. This communication is about the growth of a skill that you have. And again, a way to see what has been blossoming and put some money away. So not only have you worked really hard and paid attention to detail at what you're good at, it's blooming and it's obvious, it's noticeable. So you're going to be able to finally keep some money in a savings account from this. And what is all you got to do is stop looking at what you lost and really just let that shit go. Let that shit go. You're a stronger person for it. You're a cup. You're a very emotional, mature person. Probably studied emotional intelligence. Allow Spirit to bless you with the prosperity that you have worked for. Two of Cups again, final row. So this journey you're about to take is to a union, integration of opposites, a very powerful connection between you two. It's healing, it's spiritual, it's beyond the physical world. It's a larger than life love. It's something that could be that twin flame story, about like, I always imagine the twin flame story is how I experience it. It's my spirit guide. Like if you've ever practiced white tantra, it's not about sex. It's about uniting with your astral lover's soul self, right? Your higher self is usually the opposite of whatever you are here in matter. That only makes sense, right? The word hasatan means the opposite of spirit. So if matter is the opposite of spirit, which is antimatter or invisible, other dimensional, then you would be the opposite of whatever the spirit guide is. But I'm being called to say that this is actually a physical union. Two of Cups, Two of Cups. That came from the other side. You guys know each other from a past life. You were past life lovers, and they've watched you grow. You have grown together. Both of you have cleansed yourself from a lot of past life history. Okay. There is a hint here. Don't be indulgent, okay? Maybe what you guys have cleansed is reciprocal energy of where you needed to be sober. Okay, you might have both had addiction problems in your past lives, and now living sober, this is how it's bringing this union in. And pay no attention to the combative forces around you. This is a rekindled youth. There is a blessing coming into this card. Okay, sweet dreams, reawakening youth, feeling young again. Okay, so what I've got for you with the astrology and the cards today has very heavy financial and romantic, spiritual, loving union. You're going to be one with your finances, one with your environment, one with your spirit, and one with a soulmate, if you will. So I'm going to pull you some oracle card. One, or however many come out, because I got some new oracle cards and they're pretty fucking cool. Cosmic Record deck. So, Cosmic Record, what do the viewers have in store for them? Cross it over. You often lose motivation halfway and begin doubting yourself. Break this inner cycle. Like finishing a marathon, take the final steps. Cross the self-imposed finish line and feel the victory within. That's pretty cool. So, if you were waiting on some kind of sign, this is your sign. You earned it, you worked for it, you deserve it. Finish it. One more for the viewer, because it's a big deck. Big decks are kind of difficult to shuffle. Okay. Step back. You are being called to keep your distance so you can see the factors clouding your judgment. When you step outside the situation, you can uncover the truths hidden beneath the secrets. This went with the astrology. So, if you don't believe in magic, right? I'm not talking hocus pocus magic. I'm talking how we've seen today the astrology has string theory to the tarot cards. They've come out here. The messages came straight through. And then even in oracle cards, the energy of the day is step back, be observant, watch something. Hang on. When I'm doing tarot and oracle and divination, I tend to lose track of things. Reflect. Consider a matter carefully. Commit without doubts. So that's the cross it over. And the step back is look beyond the surface and the obvious. What is hidden and obscure? Be aware of a larger reality. And then reflect is you're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. This is the astrology in a nutshell. Your reflection is about your opposition between your need for financial security and your desire for a more internal life, right? So what an internal life means, instead of saying like spiritual, because not everybody's spiritual. Doesn't matter. Internal life means like not so many people pulling on your time and attention, right? Being able to just enjoy simple pleasures like just watching a tree as the wind blows through the leaves without anyone interrupting your ear or buzzing your phone or calling you to command or directing your will to do something. You know, like inner wellness is things like where the outside world cannot touch you. So what you're reflecting on is you're having a conflict between these two in your life. Spirit, throughout this reading, has just given you everything you need to integrate those two worlds together. Maybe change up your way of earning money, okay? Do what you enjoy rather than doing what you're told. That's the reflection for today. So I hope you found these messages helpful and take some insight. If you need to, go back, bring a notebook, take some notes, because that always helps me. It makes things manifest, and it helps me stay alert when I see the signs. So take care. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you for the new subscribers that have been coming recently. I really appreciate your time. I've got some wonderful comments recently from followers. Just, it makes me feel more excited and happy to do these things. Not only is this a passion of mine, now I share it. And it's fun. Makes me feel good, and it helps other people. So, take care for now, and I will see you soon. On Thursday, August 14th at 5:55, I'm going to have a podcast panel talk with Jaguar Child here from Las Vegas, a really good yoga instructor. He does aqua stretch therapy with people, great didgeridoo and drummer, and he has a lot of spiritual intelligence. So I'm excited to have a talk with him here live. So stay tuned, and I'll see you there.